Hello again, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of Focus Vandalia. My name is Rich Hopkins. I'm the communications manager for the city, and we're coming to you today from Fire Station number 1 right here on Peters Pike. As you can see right now, things are fairly quiet, but over the last 6 to 9 weeks, this place has been hopping. Vandalia's Division of Fire has been on the front lines of the COVID-19 pandemic for most of this year. Fire Chief Chad Follick says the mission of the division has not changed, but he says customers receiving assistance will notice some changes.
They're going to have safety glasses on, an N95 mask, gloves, and isolation gowns when they're going to be directly involved in patient care or they're going to be moving someone. That may happen. We're still trying to limit the number of responders we put into a residence. And if you can meet us at the front door, we ask that you're still doing that to prevent us from having to go into homes as much as possible. But if you're short of breath and having chest pain, don't get to the front door. Let us come to you. Also, you're going to be provided with a mask. Our hospitals are still asking that all the patients that come into the hospital have masks on, so we'll be providing masks.
Follick says the new rules are truly designed with everyone's best interest in mind.
The fire stations are still closed. We ask that if you have to report to a fire station, you report to Central Firehouse on Peters Pike, where we have the lobby, and we can direct you from there. We are asking anybody that comes into the building to try to put a mask on if they can. Our guys are doing health checks every morning, so they do their questionnaire and their temperature every morning, so we know, they start to feel bad through the day or they start to exhibit symptoms, we send them home right away.
Another huge emphasis in the Division of Fire is on cleaning. Equipment is sanitized after every use, and the station gets a deep clean at least twice a day.
We have had a fogging system in our plan for many years. We've been using a foggers for our medics many years, and that's worked out terrific. It allows the guys to expedite their clean of the apparatus and medic units and cots and things like that.
Among the most important tools of the trade are those heavy-duty face masks, N95 masks, which protect our staff from inhaling the virus. Follick says keeping a good supply of those masks on hand is vital.
We are sending N95 masks to Patel and Columbus about every 2 weeks to be cleaned, disinfected, cleaned, and sent back to us. So we're recycling N95 masks at this point.
One thing the Division of Fire has noticed over the last couple of months is a drop in medic calls. Chief Follick fears some people are putting off calls for help because they're afraid of a trip to the hospital.
We actually had about 10%, 12% drop in regular EMS type responses for 2 months. So now, since things started opening up and we started seeing more people starting to get out more, and I think they're getting a little more comfortable with the hospitals. Now we're starting to see a lot of EMS responses. So, just don't sit around with chest pain or shortness of breath because you're afraid to go get COVID. I mean, you're having an MI, you're having a heart attack, you're having a respiratory illness, a hypertension, a diabetic problem, stuff like that can be much more harmful to you than maybe even catching the COVID virus.
Follick says the first half of 2020 has been quite a challenge as his staff works to provide top quality care in an uncertain time.
I am so proud of our guys and girls for their hard work in the last 60 to really 90 days, really buckling down and keeping themselves healthy, keeping their families healthy. We've discovered some things through this process that we need to change in our daily operation. So we continue to work on that, and we think that we've learned a lot from this, and I hope that our guys, I know that our guys have learned a lot, and I know that they'll continue to put those things into practice as we move forward and protect themselves. Because keeping them healthy is really our number one priority. We can't really do this without firefighters. So we're trying really hard to keep staff healthy.
Chief Follick has a lot of advice to offer folks as we work our way through this COVID-19 crisis we're under. But the big takeaway, if you feel ill, if you're not feeling your best, don't put off calling 911. It might just save a life. That's going to do it for this edition of Focus Vandalia. I'm Rich Hopkins. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.